The INFJ stands out as a fascinating fusion of empathy, intuition, and visionary thinking within the diverse mosaic of personality types. However, a unique subset of this group, the truly brilliant INFJ, often moves around the world stealthily, hiding their extraordinary intelligence. This investigation reveals the profoundly human motivations underlying their propensity to remain quiet, providing an insight into the intricacies of their inner lives and the challenges they personally have in expressing their brilliance in a genuine manner. 8th, misunderstanding anxiety. It can be difficult to explain the complex inner workings of a truly intelligent INFJ since they frequently produce a maze of ideas and feelings. When the richness and depth of their inner world defy easy explanation, fear of misinterpretation becomes a significant obstacle. Others may find it difficult to understand the complex emotions and nuanced viewpoints of the truly intelligent INFJ, which makes them reluctant to divulge their deepest feelings. These people struggle to express themselves clearly and directly in a world that frequently prizes these qualities, and they worry that their special insights will be misunderstood or ignored. They may feel alone because they find it difficult to put into words how rich their inner world is. Because of this, the truly clever INFJ might decide to stay anonymous in order to protect their complex mental and emotional fabric from any potential distortion brought on by language and comprehension barriers. Their inclination for seclusion and secrecy is shaped by the strong dread of being misinterpreted. Sensitivity to criticism ranks 7th. Because of their higher emotional intelligence, true intelligent INFJs are frequently extremely sensitive to criticism. Their empathy is so deep that they are able to deeply internalize criticism in addition to comprehending the sentiments of others. Because of their sensitivity, they may be reluctant to freely express their opinions and views for fear of being judged and rejected. The truly intelligent INFJ is prevented from embracing their brilliance and original insights by the paralyzing force of criticism fear. It's possible that unfavorable criticism from the past has stuck with them, making them more reluctant to share their opinions with others. As a result, some people might take a more circumspect stance, preferring to remain anonymous rather than take the chance of drawing criticism. Their ability to feel other people's emotions stems from their sensitivity, but when it is focused inward, it can be a double-edged sword. The real intelligent INFJ might take comfort in hiding, staying out of the limelight to protect their fragile equilibrium between empathy and self-preservation and to escape potential criticism scars. 6th, a want for real relationships. Genuinely intelligent INFJs have a deep desire for real, meaningful relationships. Ironically, though, this desire may reinforce their propensity to remain hidden. These people value relationships with depth, looking for bonds that transcend casual exchanges. As such, people can be reluctant to reveal their actual intelligence in settings that don't place a high importance on authenticity. The real clever INFJ is reluctant to make quick friends because they are genuinely looking for relationships that speak to their inner essence. These people may find it difficult to express the depth of their feelings and thoughts in a society that frequently prioritizes brief transactional exchanges. Instead, they may value quality above quantity. To preserve the integrity of their sincere relationships, they could distance themselves from social engagements and choose to stay in the background. As they strike a balance between the need for deep connections and the difficulties of disclosing their true intelligence in a role that might not always recognize the depth they bring to relationships, their desire for authenticity becomes the driving force behind their decision to remain hidden. 5. Pay attention to other people. A genuine, clever INFJ's deep-seated tendency to put other people's needs before of their own is at the heart of their character. They are natural caregivers because of their caring and empathy, frequently prioritizing the welfare of people around them over their own. Though commendable, this altruistic emphasis on others may unintentionally cause these people to conceal their own intelligence. The truly clever INFJ can find that they are always sensitive to the feelings and worries of others in their social circle, and that they spend their time encouraging and helping them. They could unintentionally forget to highlight their own cognitive ability and distinctive viewpoints in the process. Their selfless inclinations collide with an understanding of their own need for validation and expression, which leads to an internal conflict. This double-edged sword of a focus on others helps explain why the truly bright INFJ chooses to remain concealed. It's difficult for them to strike a balance between their need for attention and their nurturing nature, which frequently leads them to choose to stay in the background and make quiet contributions rather than vying for attention for their intelligence and wisdom. Fourth on the list, perfectionism. The ghost of perfectionism frequently haunts the truly clever INFJ, who sets extraordinarily high expectations for oneself in many areas of life. While this unwavering quest of perfection fosters personal development, it can also get in the way of their ability to freely express their intelligence. These people may choose to remain anonymous rather than take the chance of appearing inadequate because they are afraid of not measuring up to their own high standards. The perfectionistic tendencies of the real intellectual INFJ are not limited to performance measures. They cover their ideas, thoughts, and creative undertakings. When the fear of falling short of their own expectations looms big, the idea of sharing intellectual contributions becomes an intimidating endeavor. Even if their abilities are frequently extraordinary, this internal pressure can cause them to be reluctant to demonstrate their brilliance. Their quest for excellence drives them to greatness, but it also gets in the way of their freely expressing their brilliance. The truly brilliant INFJ might decide to stay in the background, battling their own standards and defending their intelligence against possible inquisitiveness or self-criticism. The third is privacy preference. The real clever INFJ demonstrates a fundamental desire for seclusion, considering personal space and alone to be essential elements of their health. This tendency toward seclusion stems from a true need to reflect and refuel rather than just a desire for privacy. Time alone offers a haven for introspection, as the intricacy of their feelings and ideas finds comfort in solitude. The true clever INFJ may feel most at ease discovering and expressing their thoughts in the quiet of solitude, which is where their desire for privacy and intelligence collide. These people tend to retreat rather than candidly discuss their inner workings, since the busy outside world and its incessant demands for engagement can become too much for them to handle. Although a source of strength, the true intelligent INFJ's desire for seclusion may unintentionally influence their choice to remain concealed. They can develop their intelligence by withdrawing into their own world, but the outside world might not be aware of the depth and richness of their thinking. They are forced to negotiate life with a cautious acceptance of solitude as they attempt to strike a delicate balance between their need for seclusion and their need for acknowledgement from others. Fear of being exploited comes in second. The inclination of the truly intelligent INFJ to publicly display their intelligence may be clouded by past experiences of being exploited. These people tend to err on the side of caution and adopt a guarded demeanor because they are afraid of being taken advantage of, because they were more sensitive to the needs and feelings of others. The truly clever INFJ might have come across circumstances in which their generosity of mind and good intentions were taken advantage of. These experiences leave a mark on individuals, making them feel vulnerable and deterring them from freely sharing their knowledge. They are forced to hide in self-promotion because they are afraid of being taken advantage of or utilized as a resource, which prevents them from expressing their intelligence freely. Safeguarding. The truly brilliant INFJ may hide away from the spotlight to protect their intellectual assets from possible abuse. In a society where trust can be a valuable resource, Their decision to remain hidden is heavily influenced by their fear of being exploited, highlighting the fine line they must walk between self-preservation and charity. First on the list, a strong yearning for harmony. True, clever INFJs have a strong desire for harmony in their relationships and environment, and they frequently go to great lengths to avoid confrontations and disagreements. This natural tendency to uphold peace may cause them to choose silence to the free exchange of ideas, especially when their opinions could disturb the calm that is now in place. The real intelligent INFJ is highly aware of the possible knock-on effects of their words and deeds because of their strong sensitivity to the emotional currents in their surroundings. They might fear that their knowledge might refute preconceived notions or alter social dynamics, so they choose to remain silent rather than run the risk of escalating conflict. Harmony seeking often takes the form of a desire to avoid upsetting others, even if it means stifling their contributions to knowledge. This inner struggle highlights the predicament faced by the truly clever INFJ, who must decide between the need to share their insightful observations and their desire for serenity. As such, individuals might decide to stay under the radar, protecting the fragile balance of their social circle while secretly longing for an environment in which their brilliance might thrive. Exploring the motivations behind a genuinely intelligent INFJ's decision to remain anonymous ultimately uncovers a very human journey full of complexities, insecurities, and sincere feelings. These people negotiate a world that may not always fully appreciate the great depth of their knowledge, from the anxiety of not being understood to the delicate dance between selflessness and self-preservation. It illuminates the numerous facets of their personalities and tells the story of human complexity and the yearning for connection. In addition to developing a greater appreciation for the special traits of real, intelligent INFJs, accepting and comprehending these nuances helps advance a more inclusive and caring knowledge of a range of cognitive types. By acknowledging the humanity in these people, we create a space free from the obscurity of fear and doubt, allowing sincerity and intelligence to thrive.